Hi everybody, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. I apologise for being a couple of minutes late. I pressed the wrong button when we went to broadcast, and instead of broadcasting I cancelled it. I apologise, but we are here now. Okay, so if you've had difficulties or problems or whatever, I do apologise, but that is my fault. Okay. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation, and we are an emerging nation. We have been putting in some solid foundations for the past 4 years, and we're now building our economy to strengthen the liquidity and value of our currency for the benefit of all our citizens. And all our citizens are behind us in all we do, and we can always add more citizens. Anybody can become a citizen. It doesn't matter where you're from. Just register, prove you're a real human being, and that's it. There's no fee or anything, and you are entitled to get involved in any of the projects that we have. There's no obligation to do so. It's up to you. But most of our members are happy to be involved in them because it helps them generate extra income, and it helps the whole community. Right, we'll be getting started pretty quickly now because I've messed around for a few minutes with a short prayer, which will help us find true happiness in life. Something that you can't buy, something that you can only get through loving service to others. That's this lasting happiness that stops you constantly searching for more and more and more. It means that you will always be content, and everything that you want and need in life will automatically flow to you. So that's what our little prayer is about. And we'll follow that with an affirmation, because everybody that joins our organization, our community, our nation, is treated equally, regardless of where they're from, what they look like, or gender, or anything else. We don't pigeonhole people. We just see everybody as a human being, part of one big happy family, all interlinked, and all of equal value, because everybody is unique. Every human being is unique, and so has something unique to offer our community. So we'll have that little prayer and the affirmation, and then we'll get started, and hopefully people will find us after my error in clicking the wrong button, and so taking longer to get started than we should do, and everything else. Okay, so in YouTube we have Verna and Deborah. Facebook is not working again. Good evening from Wado City. Facebook is working, it looks like, but it probably took a little bit longer to get going because we have people in there on Facebook. Yeah, as I say, I do apologize. I clicked the wrong button and it cancelled the broadcast instead of it becoming a live stream. Let me get to Facebook and check that things are working as they should be. I'm in Facebook and I'm looking for We Share Abundance Publicly group, and then the 17th of March, St. Patrick's Day, 17th of March. And we have Richard in on Facebook saying hi from Devon. So Facebook is there, but it was perhaps delayed a little bit longer than normal because of my error. Do apologize. Right. Let's have our little prayer. Let's have our affirmation, and then I'll bring you up to date with where we are today. Okay? Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love each member may find the joy of service, and through service bless each member, that they may attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their lives. Amen. Okay, and the little affirmation we are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Okay, not only did I press the wrong button, but I forgot to put the microphone where it is now. So hopefully you can hear me prior to this. Deborah is now in on Facebook as well, saying, yes, it's working now. Thank you, Deborah. Let's just go back to the app, and we'll have a quick look through at who is in. We've got Verna in from South Africa, Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA, Derek from Wado City, Nigeria, Peter from Portugal. Sorry, Graham, Facebook is in a 1 second cycle. Don't know what that means. Good evening from Wado City, Nigeria. Eric Bouchard is in. Oh, Eric, not seen you for a long time. From Canada, Montreal even, I think, but I'm not certain. But welcome. Let's get back to Facebook. And we have Akpomade in from Nigeria and Praise in from Nigeria as well. Okay. Right, with it being Sunday, there's no development been going on, but I have been trying to sort out the videos that are on site, but I think I'm missing some. But I've had a look, and what I want to do is make sure that the videos we have depict the changes that we've made now, even though they're not what's the word? Let's see. As I said yesterday, we needed to make changes to the phase 1 part of the plan because of the number of people that were coming in at just $5, eating up the free positions that we have. And if we lose all those free positions, the plan stalls. It becomes just like any other plan. The free positions are the fuel that drive the engine. The engine is the number of levels and the way that we progress from level to level, taking with us more and more personal referrals, as well as doubling the income value. In effect, what happens is from phase 1, where one person is valued at, let's be very coarse and talk about this purely financially, a $4 commission, okay? So somebody joins you in phase 1 and you earn $4. In phase 2, that one person following you through with 2 pass-ups becomes like 3 people. And in phase 2, the value is doubled. So it's not only becoming 3 people, but it's twice the value. And that $4 therefore becomes 3 people at $8, $24, 6 times the value in commissions of the previous phase. And that happens through every phase. So you go from phase 2 into phase 3, and once again, the value is 6 times, and phase 3 into phase 4, another 6 times, and so on. And this is why the plan is so powerful. It means that by the time you get to phase 7, that one person has generated literally hundreds and thousands of dollars for you because of that 6 times leverage through all the different phases. But that is driven by the fuel powering the engine of the vehicle. And the fuel is those free entries. And without those free entries, it relies on people doing what they don't do. And that is referring others. And that is why nearly every plan fails most of the people. Because people struggle to find people that will duplicate their efforts. And so they start finding that things aren't working as they should be and lose interest and move on to something else. It's why every matrix fails. It's why every pass-up plan fails. It's the fact that really only 1 in 7 people, statistically measured over the past 50 years in home business, will ever really do anything, and only 1 in 7 of that 1 in 7 will go on to generate huge incomes. Our plan is fueled by those free entries, which mean that it doesn't matter whether that person is one of that 1 in 7 or one of that 1 in 7 of 1 in 7. It means that everybody will do the minimum required to leverage the plan forward. And the minimum required basically is to refer to people. And that applies in every plan out there. Referring 1 person has no leverage. Referring 2 people has leverage. Referring more, of course, has more leverage. But if everybody refers 2, you get that doubling effect through every phase. And if you've ever seen an example of doubling 1 cent for every day of a 30-day month, that 1 cent becomes over $5 million at the end of 30 days. But it relies on everybody doubling, everybody referring 2 people, so that 1 becomes 2, the 2 become 4, the 4 become 8, and so on. Because of our free entry system, that doesn't become theory, it becomes a reality. But we have to make sure we have enough power, enough fuel to make sure that that free entry system is available to all. And if we get hundreds of people, thousands of people joining at just that $5 level, it means we are using more credit from the bank of free entries than we have available. And so the credit gets cut off, and so the plan grinds to a halt. And that is why we've had to make the changes, so that phase one will always provide sufficient power, sufficient fuel to make sure that our system is viable and sustainable. And so the changes have been made. Today I sent out a message about the video, and I've said before that the website needs a complete rebuild. I've been looking at it and trying to figure out the best and easiest and fastest way to do this, and I've not really got very far with it. But rest assured that that video will be the mainstay of the 777 plan in the future. So you can ignore anything else that has gone before, and I will find ways of referencing that video and putting it up. Initially, I thought, oh, it's easy. I'll just take down all these pages that aren't now relevant and replace them. The problem is that we have people out there that are publicizing the pages that I was going to take down. So I can't do that, because they would then have advertising that maybe they've paid for that wasn't going anywhere. So I've been trying to find out the best way of dealing with it, and I've not come up with it yet, but it will be sorted out by sometime tomorrow. I'll also have the help of Devyani tomorrow, and we'll be making sure that those changes in the plan are implemented and we get the plan back up. And there isn't a word on paused, I don't think, but we will be unpausing the plan. At the moment it is paused. People can't now buy a membership in the plan because we have some bugs to fix and we have those changes to make. And once that is done, then it'll be opened up again for people. So that's where we are, and that's what we've been on today. We do also have, of course, today being Sunday, the raffle, and we'll get to that in a moment. That's the weekly raffle. I don't know where it is. I've not checked on the numbers or anything. Just been far too busy to do anything other than what I've been trying to do today. Okay, let's have a quick look here. We've got Derek in from Wedo City, Nigeria. We've got Praise from Nigeria. John Harrell, hi there. He's from Mexico. Oh, I thought you were in California, John. I do apologize. From Mexico. Okay. Let's get back into the app. And we'll check if there are more people in there, because we were late and it didn't come through the normal channel. Got Peter in from Portugal. Just me. Yeah, I'm not sure what Peter means about that 1 second. That I know there is a time gap between what I say here and what happens in the Facebook group. It's usually more than 1 second. It's nearer to a minute, I think, actually, usually. But if that's what we were. Eric Bouchard from Gatineau in Canada. Super Mario from Twitch. Okay. Lovely to see you. Don't know where you're from, but thank you for being here. And we've got Derek in from Florida in Facebook. let me get back to Facebook. Okay, yeah, Derek Murray from West Palm Beach, I believe, actually. So, right. So that is where we are. I know Deviana doesn't work today, but we have had some discussions about the changes and the new plan, and we'll be getting onto that. It's not a new plan, really. It's just a very simple change that stabilizes the plan. It means that the most you can earn from phase one is $17. But that means that you are assured of earning unlimited amounts from all additional phases of the plan. It's not changed the way that the plan is structured. It's not changed the way that pass-ups are positioned. It's not changed the way that free entries are allocated. The only thing that's changed is that you don't get paid a commission in phase one from position date onwards. They're still there. They are still your referrals, but you don't get paid for them in phase one. But you do take them forward as personal referrals. Everybody that is either passed up to you, passed through to you, or allocated to you through free entry will follow you through into phase two, regardless of whether you earned a commission from them or not. And that will have that 6 times effect. So instead of it being a $4 commission, it'll be a $24 commission for that person in phase two, and so on. Not directly, but in the way that the plan works, okay? One other thing that I have mentioned to people is, or I have mentioned on webinars and in our live updates, I've said that if you refer one person, every 7 days you'll get paid another $4 and another $4 and another $4. That is based on the free entries being allocated. It's a potential, it's not a guarantee. And it changes now anyway with the new position. What it means is that you refer one person, you get $5 back for that first person that you've referred. If you don't refer anybody, but you get free entries, then that free entry goes into position 2 and it's passed up. You get nothing for that. And that takes 7 days. If you've referred somebody in 7 days, then that free entry is the person that you've referred gets a free entry and it's passed up to you. But that pass up will go into position 3. And position 3 does not generate a commission. So even if you refer somebody in day 1 and that person gets a pass up in day 7 or day 8 or day 9, we can't guarantee 7 days. It's usually going to be about 7 days, but it's a minimum of 7 days if they are not active. If they're active, it can be immediate. But if it's based on free entries, it's going to be a minimum of 7 days when they get their position and it's passed up to you, but it goes into position 3. You won't get a commission for that. But that person that's gone into position 3 is in the same situation now. In another 7 days minimum, they will get a free entry. There is a possibility that they are active and they'll refer somebody immediately. So it could be less than 7 days. But if you're relying on free entries, it's a minimum of 7 days before they get their free entry. And that would again be passed up to you. And that would go into position 5. That would again create a $4 commission. So that would be a minimum of 14 days if you're relying on free entries. And I stress minimum. We can't guarantee how soon you'll get your free entry. As long as we have sufficient free entries, it should be within 7 to 10 days. And that will happen again for position 6 and position 7, by which time, if you've referred somebody, you'll have earned $17, and that's the maximum in commissions you can now earn from phase 1. The reason is that as we get more pass-ups going into position 9 and 10, 11, 12, and so on, to infinity, those positions are now creating free entries, which will provide the fuel for the system. And that will happen regardless of whether people are introducing hundreds of people at phase 1, which a lot of people have. It will now allow us to create those free entries to fuel the system. Whereas before, if we had thousands of people coming in at just phase 1, we would be using up all our credit in free entries, and so the program would stall. And that is why we've made the changes, and that is why they will be worked on Monday, and that is why this program will now be sustainable regardless. It means that you can't make indefinite income from phase 1, but it guarantees that you will make unlimited income from every additional phase. And that should be more important to you, and it's more important to me to make sure that you know and you will receive ongoing income from the plan. Okay, let's have a look at who else we've got. We had Praise, and we've got John Harrell, and he said from Mexico. We've got Derek in from West Palm Beach. We had that. So we've got Praise asking a question. So Graham, never mind this, sir. I'm no elated being. I'm just an ordinary human being like you are. When is staking getting removed, and what is the provision for our pending withdrawal on staking plans? The staking, we can't remove it from there because we need you to be able to track what you've got in there. When we get the time, development-wise, we will stop the accumulation of staking, and once you've got double the amount that you've put in there as your withdrawals, that will end those staking plans. We'll get that double amount paid as soon as we can. The reason the staking plans stopped is because we still have funds locked in Binance that we were using for trading that we still can't get returned to us. That's another reason why we had to change the Share Hope program and everything else. We've been blessed in realizing that even though the staking was going well, and we're generating income from the trading that we were doing with those funds, it wasn't sustainable. It could go up or down, it could disappear altogether, especially if whoever is doing the trading was not available for whatever reason. And that is why we've moved into a far more sustainable platform in where we are now with the 777 plan, the Sharehope plan. The Poverty Crusher has always been sustainable as the Easy Business Builder. But the 777 plan and the Sharehope plan will become the foundation for us going forward, and they will help all our members also generate ongoing income from the Poverty Crusher and the Easy Business Builder plan. That also, the Easy Business Builder had a coupon program that we've had to modify due to it being abused, although it wasn't outside of our rules. People were treating it in the wrong way. It wasn't doing what it was intended to do, which was to build people residual income. And so we've had to change that. And there are ideas I've got for getting back with that plan, with that program in a better way than we have at present now that we've changed it. Getting back closer to where we were with it originally, but making sure that it is working in the right way, in that people are being introduced to We Share Abundance knowingly, knowing what they're getting involved in and wanting to be involved in We Share Abundance, rather than somebody just saying, oh, get signed up here. Let me take your picture with your ID and I'll give you $1 for it, or whatever they were doing to get those sign-ups. That was no long-term benefit for the member, and it certainly wasn't helping the people they were signing up, even though it may have bought them something in the very short term. It wasn't helping them in what our ideal is, and that is a mission to banish poverty. So we will continue to reform and regroup as we go forward. We'll never be perfect, but we'll always be striving for perfection. Okay. John Harrell, I'm a Texan married to a Mexican. So we are in the USA at times and in Mexico at other times. At the present time, the inflation is not as bad in Mexico. Yeah, I lived in Mexico for a while. I'm married to somebody from El Salvador, actually, but we've been married over 50 years, and we are. My wife is a British citizen now, as well as being from El Salvador, and we are privileged to live in anywhere that we want in the world, and we have lived in different places, different locations, different homes in different countries, due to the internet, basically, allowing us to run a business from anywhere in the world. And that's what the laptop lifestyle is about. It's not about being a millionaire, going to bed at night and waking up with $1 million in your bank account tomorrow. It's about that flexibility of residency. It's being able to be effective in generating income from anywhere in the world, and to be able to help others from anywhere in the world through the power of the internet. That's what the internet lifestyle is about. It's not about sipping pina coladas on tropical beaches and tropical islands and never doing anything. It's about the flexibility of life, giving you that freedom of movement geographically. It will always be in your hands how much income you generate and how you use that income. but you all have that same flexibility to be able to travel the world and be in connection through the internet with the rest of the world, regardless of where you're located. So anyway, thanks for the update, John, in that, and it's a good example of the laptop lifestyle. Okay, let me get back to the app here and see if we've got anybody else in. We do. We've got Colin in from, oh dear, South Africa, I think. Been sitting on different YouTube for 30 minutes. Yeah, that's my fault. So I do apologize to you. I clicked the wrong button. Okay. But basically, that is it. That's where we're at. You all have that new video which explains things. It doesn't change things drastically. It just means that if you bring in 100 people in phase 1, you're still only going to make $17 in phase 1. But it doesn't stop the fact that you're going to make 100 times 3 times $8 in phase 2, and 300 times 3 times $16 in phase 3. The power of the phases, that leverage is the engine. It means that we've had to make sure that we have the fuel from those free entries in phase 1. Okay, so no need for you to apologize, Colin. It is absolutely my fault. And if you've missed anything important, then you will need to catch the replay. Let me get back into Facebook and see if we've got any questions there. And find the cursor. Which I can't. My eyes are not working well today. Here we go. Right. Okay. On the repayment of loans from those November 2022 people, nest eggs, staking, when will it all happen? The answer is as soon as possible. I can't give specific dates, but it is always getting closer. Is going to be assisted by the Beyond Infinity car program. We have them offering to buy us that car. Now that first car that we have, that $50,000 vehicle. And as you know, next Tuesday, I'll be spending time going around a few dealerships, trying to get people that are happy to allow us to buy a car from them, paid with US dollars through an escrow account. Once we have that established, we have lots and lots of different, or lots and lots of vehicles coming up available. How soon they will be provided for us by the Beyond Infinity plan, once again, we don't know. There is no fixed date for that. But the sooner it happens, the more money will come in. The second vehicle we have is $125,000. I think the third is just $25,000 and the fourth $25,000. And we've got quite a mixture of vehicles at different values. But we're buying at least one $25,000 vehicle every week now. And that will, at some stage, if Beyond Infinity get into the situation profit-wise where they intend to be, that those vehicles will start getting bought, sold, and putting cash into the treasury. There's nothing we can do with those vehicles other than cash them in some way. But there is no definite time span for the future vehicles to be delivered. But we have a time of the 1st of May for the first vehicle, provided I can get that dealership sorted out. And that's why I'm going to spend time on Tuesday in the morning going around some dealerships in the nearest major location where there are dealerships to where I live, because I'll be there for further attention on my eye in the afternoon of Tuesday. Okay. No more questions have come in there. Let me get back into the app and see if we got any more in there. No, we haven't. So that's it for today, apart from the raffle. And so I'm going to go to a screen share in a moment, but I've got to make sure that we have the admin account opened up and logged in. That'll just take a few seconds. And then we can draw the raffle and see who's the winner this week. See how many tickets we've sold. I don't know. I've got to be honest with you. Let's get back into the app. Here. And we do a screen share now. All clicking buttons. I don't want to click the wrong one again. That caused the delay today. Here we go. Right, back to Facebook. We should get that coming up in a moment. Okay, we have it. So let's just see how many tickets we have sold. I've not got a clue. We've sold 164. That's not bad considering I don't think I've publicized it in any way this week. I've just been too busy. I've forgotten all about it pretty much. So 164 is not too bad. If we get back here, we can have a roll on the drums and draw the draw, and the first prize winner is Bros. I think didn't Bros win last week as well? I don't know. I know Bros has won recently, but anyway, he's got $60 today. $60 plus 54 is $114. We sold 160 odd tickets. We've got a $50 profit. I'm going to put the prize up again to $70 for the forthcoming week. So as long as we're making a profit, we will increase the value. We'll put those profits on one side, and we'll use them for a charitable concern in the next few days, and we'll let you know where that money has gone and how it's been used. Okay? Thanks so much for your support. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for being We Share Abundance, because without you, we don't exist. I love you all. Get out there. Keep working for the big self, helping others, finding that joy of service, you'll find that everything that you personally want and need in life will come to you. And you'll be also helping everybody within our community. And as our community grows and prospers, we'll be able to use funds to help people even outside of our community after looking after our own members. Okay, thanks so much, everybody. I'll be here same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. Until then, I'll see you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator. Whoa. In a wild crocodile. Woo. See you.